Good evening. This will be like a little tutorial video. Let me move my mic real quick, my bad. This probably won't be cut up at all because I'm too lazy to. But this is a tutorial on how to rechart FNF mods the way that I do it. So, the first thing that you want to do before anything else is you want to install Arrow Vortex. Now, I probably have a link to it in the description, so you can just probably use that. So once you have Arrow Vortex installed, you're gonna want to open it. It should look like this. The next thing you want to do is go into here, make like a folder for whatever song you want to chart for. So in this case, I have two separate folders: one for songs in general, and then another one for the song in question. Because I like to be organized like that. And drag. My bad. So then, sorry. Where is it? Okay, I guess I just have to go the long way. The long way then. This one. So then you want to use whatever song you want to use. So in this case, I want to use Target Practice. So you want to go into whatever mod it is, assets, songs, not music. That's only for the main menu for some reason. Find the song. Where is it? There it is. Target Practice, and drag the voices file. Only the voices. I already have the voices file, but we're just gonna replace it just in case I somehow dragged out the wrong one. So then, take your voices, drag them over here into Arrow Vortex, and it should, actually hang on, I'll make it more accurate to what it should look like. It should look something like this, maybe. I'm not really too sure. So first thing you want to do is click View, click Show Waveform. Let me just drag down to where there is actual stuff. So it will probably look like this white milk stain. That's not very good for charting, so what you want to do now is Shift W, go where the filter color is. It won't be pink like mine is. Click this, drag it to whatever you want. In this case, like pink. Then click Apply Filter, and this should make it way easier to tell what you're looking at. You can also drag this thing around. This is like the judgment line, so you can just drag it onto your preference. I usually like having mine in the middle of the screen, but you don't have to. So now next thing you want to do is Shift S, find BPM, and use the first one, because the first one most of the time is generally pretty correct. And the reason why we're doing it with the voices and not the instrumentals is because we want it to be synced to the voices and not the instrumental. It's hard to explain why it just makes it more synced, but just trust me, man, it does. So once you have, it's also only like a 0.5%, or not percent, 0.5 difference anyway, so it's not a big deal. So once you have your chart, you can press spacebar play. That's nice. So now you can either do Shift N like I usually do. You can go Chart, New Chart, Dance Double. This is the most important thing. Make sure it's Dance Double. You can have this whatever the hell you want. I lied about that being the most important part. This is the actual most important part. Press the right arrow 3 times, or until you're not 3 times, until you're at 16th snap. Now, what does that mean? I think you're probably wondering if you're on this video. That just means that so watch. So whenever you have no snap, it takes a long time, right? And you can place notes like boom, 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 boom. It's not very good. But then with snaps, you can place notes more accurately. So explain what I mean by that. Go here. Let me go here, and then let me go like, oh, I'm using snaps and stuff, right? So this is like this is me like using no snaps, right? So we place that there, place that there, that. Now, it Yeah, see, that's not very synced at all, right? Yeah, not very good, right? Because I didn't use a snap, of course, and also because I'm just a dumbass and didn't realize those were not notes. So for songs like Target Practice, it's probably better to use 30-second snap, especially since the BPM is so low, which means the scroll speed. And by scroll speed, I just mean how fast you can scroll down. The scroll speed will be relatively fast. If it's like a 300 BPM song, maybe don't constantly use 30-second snap because that makes it really hard to scroll down. Like to show it, I mean, like go here. Just imagine that, but it's on 30-second snap, and it's very slow and frustrating to use. So just like use 16 for something. So you can place down notes. The way you place down notes, I forgot to tell you this by the way, is the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. It's ludicrously simple. 1 2 3 4 for the left side and 5 6 7 8 for the right side. So generally, what I like to do is just slam notes down. Also, this note thing that's going on. If you press F4, it'll enable note tick, which is pretty useful in telling you if it's like synced or not. Now, also, the reason why we want the waveform is because we can see if it's actually synced or not, since trying to sync something by ear is generally extremely inaccurate, as my old charts will tell you. So as you can see here, this note right here, synced. That's also why we use snaps, and that's also why we need the BPM to be correct to the vocals. Mostly because these vocals are from the actual game files themselves, which means that this will be playing in-game, which means that we want it to be synced with the in-game stuff. You know what I mean, right? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't really care. I'm literally just making this for me, basically. In case I'm old and I forget stuff. So you're placing down your notes. Boom, boom, pow, pow. It also helps to play the music constantly in case it's like hard to tell, right? Because in something like this, it's pretty easy to tell right here because there's a little bump. But then here it's like, I'm not too sure. So yeah, word of advice as well for charting: don't use like mini jacks when it comes to like 30-second snaps, just in general. Because they're never really that great. Because like here, it looks fine here, but then you zoom out and it's like, oh mama, that's not good. It's not good. Alright, that's all I'm gonna say. So it's better to have it be like that or something. Something I like doing personally, you don't have to do it yourself if you don't wanna. But I like to have sounds be consistent with a note. You probably find that most in my Wimpy chart, where every single time like Greg says, no, and like the final part that he has, that's an up arrow. I'm pretty certain he's saying no, but I'm not really too sure. Yeah, so just imagine this is you charting, right? And not me. Okay, you're very good at this, man. How'd you get so good? Right, so we're just gonna go ahead and pretend like I said words there. We're gonna go ahead and pretend that this is our finished chart. It's not, by the way. I'm gonna save it. It should say saved voices.sm, and then what you want to do is take it, go to your. I forgot to mention, so you use that Kate Engine installed for this, and yeah, it has to be Kate Engine because Psych Engine does not have a converter. I think I might be wrong about that, but who knows? Fucking hell, I am such a mess. Where is it? Kate Engine, assets, SM, new folder, because it has to be a folder for some reason. Title it, whatever song you have, so in this case, Target Practice. It's best to have it all in lowercase, that way it'll save you some time, but only some time, because if it's a song with spaces, then you're still going to have to add a hyphen. So you take these now, drag them over here, boot up Kate Engine. It might, actually I think it will show up as a window on screen, so just give me a moment. Yeah, it is. Just do that real quick. Wait for it to load. This is like a long part, by the way, because this is like the second longest part next to just charting in general, because it usually takes like an hour. Well, it takes an hour if you don't really give a shit like I do. Go to free play, scroll to whatever letter it is, but it's gonna be at the bottom, right? That's the point. So like here, you can see all my charts and stuff, right? It's pretty cool. So you bounce in language unknown and on execution. Unknown, this one. Yeah, okay. If it's called unknown, that's because you didn't name it in Arrow Vortex, which I forgot to tell you about. But don't worry, if it's named unknown, you don't have to worry about anything. I'm pretty sure it's named alphabetically anyway. Yeah, I think that's what it would be alphabetically. So you can play it. You can make sure it's looking good. It's looking hot, right?
3, 2, 1, go!
That way, that's gonna be a while before it actually shows up, right? Yeah, that's gonna be a while. Didn't think this through too hard. Well, it's gonna show up eventually. Okay, yeah. So we can see, looking good, right? So now you can close Kden'Gen. So now what you want to do, and this is like the really hard, the really hard part. So go into the folder. If you copied the voices file, you don't need to move it. But if you didn't and you accidentally moved it because you're an idiot, just move it back. So what you want to do is, first you want to fucking open up the goddamn thing. You want to open up whatever mod you're using. So in this case, week 4. Go into assets, songs. No, that's not it. Data. Target practice. Take your converted.json, move it to here. We're going to be replacing this one just because I want to actually do a rechart of this. Rename it to whatever it was before. So in this case, target hyphen practice hyphen old. And now this is where it gets really, really hard for some. Open up the thing, okay? And look at it with your eyes, right? You see it? You seen it with your eyes? No? Okay, anyway, jokes aside. So change to player 1 if necessary. So in this case, we do need to change player 1. So BF me, and make sure it's spelled exactly the same as well, because it's like coding and shit. So it's gonna be fucking hard as hell. Make player 2 whoever it's supposed to be. So in this case, Matt, all lowercase. And then you don't have to worry too much because you don't have to scroll through all of this, right? Okay, what's much longer on the actual like chart? You don't have to scroll through all of that, especially since most of the stuff you need anyway is at the very end. So okay, so where is the fuck is my fucking chart, man? It's so fucking good. Okay, so on Kden'Gen 7.4, some stuff might be moved around. I'm not that sure. So here it says song unknown. Change it to target hyphen practice. Or in my case, change it to target hyphen practice. Don't actually change it to target practice. Change it to something else. Right? You feel me? If you're having trouble finding stuff, like you probably will, because it's hard. So scroll all the way up to the top, click edit, click find, or I guess you could just go Control F, and then and then type in whatever you're trying to find. So say, I don't know where this stage is. So let's go stage. Realize you still have it on up because you're stupid. So it should be on down. So have it on down. Click find next, and then it should have the correct thing. Stage, and if you and then you can do the same thing on your thing, and it should say stage as well here somewhere. It's probably somewhere. Just give me a moment. Yep, look, see stage. You can also find the speed if you want it to be more accurate to the actual thing, which I'm not actually sure what that is. So that's handy dandy. So speed, I think it might be up. Oh, it's right there. I'm an idiot. Speed 3.5. That might be too fast, but what do I know? So then you can change speed. Where the fuck is speed? To 3.5. Or whatever speed you want it to be anyway. You don't have to make it the same thing. Click save. Make sure you click that save. Make sure you click save as well, because otherwise the whole thing won't matter. go to like songs and stuff, make sure everything's hunky-dory. Target practice, my voices file is still there. So now we can go ahead and start up. Just gotta give him a moment. Yeah, okay. Well, you don't have to do free play, I'm pretty certain, but so let's go. Target practice. It would appear I have fucked up somewhere. I think I fucked up. Alright, well, don't worry. I have a failsafe. It's called, I will first get out of this menu because it might like crash or some shit, I don't know. And then I have to waste more time. So worry not. If that happens, which I'm not sure why it's happening because it shouldn't, but it's whatever. In that case, just delete one of the other difficulties. So we'll just go bye-bye, and then we'll go ahead and rename this to Target Practice Hard. And for some reason, Cadence just is able to just change shit on the fly, which means that you can just go here, go hard, and it should be what I said it as.
3, 2,
Okay, yeah,
1,
it is.
fight!
A good way to tell is if on some songs like Boxing Match where the BPM is set way too high, if GF is going like super fast, that means you set the BPM. It even means you're using. Wait, hold on, I forgot I was gonna say that. Never mind. Yeah, okay, so that's my chart. Cool. So yeah, that's basically it. That's how I do it. You don't have to do it like this. There's probably like a way easier way. Again, this is only for CadeEngine. I do not know if there's a way for PsychEngine, nor do I really care that much because PsychEngine doesn't even have StepMania to StepMania converter anyway, so unfortunately, as much as I would like to, I can't use the PsychEngine despite its superiority to CadeEngine. So that's why I'm depressed, is because I'm stuck with Sykes. Stuck with Cade. I think, is that everything? I feel like I missed something. I don't know, it'll probably come back to me whenever I'm posting this.